This is what goes on for... Are you ready?
Hold on, I'm assessing. Hold the phone still.
Are you done staring at yourself? You look great. There, you look great.
Okay.
Rafi's Rambles, Rafi's Rambles, Rafi's Rambles.
Hola, you amazing artist.
Hello.
Today you get to experience us from the blue couch.
The blue couch of wisdom.
So stay towards the end because we are going to draw the name for the 10,000 subscribers contest winner. And also we have a cool announcement for you guys, something that we discussed during one of the live streams that we were going to do, and we have that at the end as well.
Yes, indeed.
For right now, we want to answer a question from the real Shaun.
Real Shaun says, "You sure this flea market thing works? First flea, 0 sales. Second one is dead. How long until sales kick in at the fleas?"
Flea markets, who knows? Every single market is different. We were at a higher end market that had a lot of foot traffic. You had some people that would go there that were definitely not going to buy art. They were just there for the deals at the flea market. And then you had people that were there to see what kind of cool stuff they could find. Even then, at that flea market, it took about 6 to 7 months until I started to sell consistently enough to even cover my booth rent.
It really does depend on your particular flea market.
Yeah, it depends on your flea market. It depends on what you're selling, where your price point is. The thing is, real Shaun, I don't mention to get started at flea markets in order to make big buku sales. I talk about getting started at flea markets because it is the easiest way for you to put your work out there and really to be able to face your fears, to interact with a crowd that maybe is not necessarily going to be the polite high society of the art world. It was easy for me to rent a booth, but the actual process of showing my art was absolutely and completely terrifying for me. That's where the most growth happened for me, was putting my stuff out there, dealing with rejection, dealing with people liking my stuff and not liking my stuff, and going through both of the gamuts in my mind of like, oh my God, they actually like that. Oh my God, they're going to pay me money. And going through the extremes of that. The first time that somebody is going to hand you money for a piece of your art, you'll be surprised at how shocked you are by that and how you almost don't want to take their money.
Try not to say things like, "Really? Are you sure?"
Yeah, you don't want to say those kind of things.
So I think what you're saying is that it's not necessarily ever going to be a buyer frenzy flea for all.
No, it's
But the whole
not.
point is to get your flea legs.
Oh God.
See what I did there?
So I mentioned the flea market as an opportunity for you to show your stuff, put your stuff out there, and really, really experience interacting, essentially practicing with the people that you're interacting with in order to build your confidence level up and to really just take that step to get your stuff out there. But the flea market is definitely not an end-all be-all. I ended up leaving the flea market after about 6 to 7 months because I started looking around and realizing that I didn't want to be a flea market artist. But it was a great place to start because I was too afraid to put my stuff out there. That was 6 months of dealing with rejection, dealing with people haggling me for the price, dealing with people saying that I didn't charge enough, dealing with people saying that I was charging too much, going through the whole thing with the interacting with people, with showing my art, with discovering new ways to display my art, going through trial and error of different mountings for my art, and really figuring out for myself what it was that I wanted to do moving forward. After the experience of the flea market, it was easy for me to set up a booth at the Palafox Market and to even do some of the festivals and the shows because I was ready. There was not going to be anything more challenging than the crowd that I was going to interact with at the flea market. There really wasn't. So like I had my...
Yeah, flea legs.
Oh,
you get a flea for how you interact with the art crowd.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry for this. So the second question that I'm going to answer is, how long does it take to start selling your work? I can't answer that question for you. There are a lot of factors that play into it. It all depends on you. How many venues are you showing your work at every month? Are you showing it at 1, Are you expecting to make a lot of sales out of one venue? Or are you showing at somewhere different every weekend? Or are you showing at the same place every weekend? We were doing like 3 to 4 shows a weekend.
Yeah, we were dividing and conquering even.
We were doing way too many shows, but because we did that many shows, we got our stuff out there and we were making sales. And even then, the sales weren't huge because we had just gotten started. Nobody knew who we were.
There were never like hordes of people running at us with cash in hand screaming.
No, there wasn't.
It definitely took several months even at the farmer's market to get things going.
To bring this to a close, Real Shaun, it takes time. It takes time to build a following. You gotta let your crew, your collectors find you. And you have to put yourself out there. If you're doing the flea market, honestly, take a look at that booth fee. See if it's worth it to you for the marketing and the experience that you're giving yourself. Because that's what it's all about. It's about the experience of interacting with a crowd, haggling with a crowd, dealing with different people, figuring out what it is that you're going to talk about when people are asking you questions about your art. Putting yourself out there, making yourself comfortable with exposing yourself out into the world. That's what that experience brings. Thank you, Real Shaun, for that question. That was a good question. All right, so now we are going to do the entry thingy bobber, which...
That's a terrible name.
And now we are doing the swag giveaway winner.
Hooray!
Yeah.
I wore a celebration t-shirt.
That's a good t-shirt.
For our swag
That's
giveaway.
one of my t-shirts.
Yeah.
I pushed the button here.
I'm so nervous.
And Chris Small, yay! Chris
Congratulations!
Small, you are the winner. Congratulations, Chris.
Enjoy your swag, and thank you for subscribing to our channel.
Yeah, thank you for subscribing. Thank you to all of you guys for subscribing. We'll be doing more fun things like this. A lot of you guys were like, maybe you should have broken that up. Like, this one person's gonna get all that stuff. So yeah. Maybe in the future we'll break it up. The other thing in the live stream, we had mentioned that we were going to get a P.O. box, and we've got a P.O. box.
Hooray! A P.O. box.
Description of this video and all of our videos, at the very bottom, you will find our P.O. box address. So if you want to send us anything...
now we'll actually get it without it having to travel around Pensacola before it finds us. Recently, we got a piece of mail from one of you guys.
One of you guys sent something, and you sent it probably to an old address that is still advertised on Google.
So it ended up at one of the galleries downtown here. So we're gonna go pick it up.
So it would have been delivered to that place because that's where Marty Campbell Gallery used to be. And so that was the address that I had online.
It made its way down to our Tell Gallery.
Yep, somebody probably was like, oh, this belongs to Rafi. Luckily, people around town know who I am. Mike Peralt, hopefully, Mike, I'm saying your name correct, sent me some pieces that are amazing. Look at that.
That's beautiful.
That is beautiful. This as well. That is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Sent me.
I love it
awesome,
so much.
Rafi. Thank you so much. This is going to go on our wall back here.
Yeah. And luckily it made its way to us because a lot of people know who we are here in Pensacola. So it did find its way to us. I'm so happy.
And again, thank you, Mike, from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Quebec. Thank you so much, man. These are so awesome.
Yeah, they really are.
And thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are absolutely amazing. I totally adore you. And if you like this and you want to watch more videos like this, you click right over here to subscribe. And that's it. Say goodbye, Klee.
Good day.
Adios.